Hello everyone, myself Deepa Singh, working as assistant professor in Gyan Vihar School of Pharmacy, SGBU, Jaipur. Today discuss about the capsule or second unit of industrial pharmacy subject. We already completed first unit including liquid dosage form and tablets. Today we'll start capsule. In this lecture, we covered some introduction part or some topics of regarding capsule. In capsule, we discuss about introduction of the capsule, production of the hard gelatin capsule means how you produce or how the production of the hard gelatin capsule shell is takes place. Next is size of capsule, different size of the capsule according to the property or formulation and formulation of hard gelatin capsule, how we formulate hard gelatin capsule and the shell, including capsule size and the introduction of capsule. So this is the topic of industrial pharmacy 1, 5th sem subject. And before starting this topic, we should know about some learning object or basic object of this topic regarding capsule. So this is a learning object. In this learning object, first is brief introduction about the hard gelatin capsule, including definition, description, and descriptive part of a hard gelatin capsule means what is a hard gelatin capsule and classification of the capsule. Next is production of the hard gelatin capsule shell. Because hard gelatin capsule have a one shell covered with medicament. So in this, you know about how to produce this hard gelatin capsule shell. And size of the capsule means different size are available for the capsule. And in this, you know about size of capsule and how you select appropriate size of that particular capsule. Next is excipient used in hard gelatin capsule cell. Which excipient are responsible for manufacturing of this hard gelatin capsule cell or excipient that is used for hard gelatin capsule cell production. Formulation of hard gelatin capsule, how we formulate the hard gelatin capsule. So these are the learning objects that we know about in this topic or in this lecture. Next, first part is capsule. So in this definition or introduction part of the capsule, what is a capsule? I think you know that it's a solid dosage form or oral dosage form. And but you don't know about how you manufacture or different types of the capsule and their size. In this capsule are the solid dosage form in which drug substance is enclosed within either hard or soft soluble shell. Capsule are two types, hard gelatin capsule and soft gelatin capsule. In this, you know about what is a hard gelatin and soft gelatin capsule. So capsule mainly defined as it's a solid dosage form or drug substance containing formulation that is enclosed form, and these drugs may be enclosed in a soft shell or maybe hard soluble gelatin cell. So usually formed from a gelatin, means the cell is usually made of gelatin or formed from gelatin and containing the drug or medicament in this hard and soft shell. Next, usually formed from gelatin. In this term, capsule is derived from Latin words means capsula, meaning a small container. So capsule is a Latin word, and according to Latin word, capsule is derived from the word capsula, and according to this name, you can say that capsule has a small container. If you see the container capsule, then you can easily identify that it looks like the one container, a small container. So this capsule is Latin word derived from the capsula word, means a small container that is containing the medicament, and this shell made from the gelatin or gelatin material. And this first capsule prepared from gelatin was one-piece capsule patented in France by Maurice and Dublanc in 1834. Means first capsule is discovered in 1834. It is discovered in 18, and first capsule is one-piece capsule, and it is first discovered by France by Maurice and Dublanc. These are the person that discovered the first capsule in 1934, and it's a one-piece capsule. And today capsule may be classified as either hard gelatin or soft gelatin, depending on the nature of the cell. Means today we can say that the capsule are available in two form. One is hard and second one is soft gelatin capsule. And this is depending on the nature of the shell. And most capsule of both type are intended to swallow whole. However, some gelatin capsule are intended for rectal or vaginal insertion and suppositories. Means these both hard and soft gelatin capsule are badly solved or intended for solid use and use whole capsule without breaking or without removing the shell. So this hard and soft gelatin are depending on the shell type nature, and you take a cell directly whole capsule. And in this, other than the oral route, you can also say that some capsule are available in some other routes like rectal, vaginal insertion, and suppositories are also capsule form. So this is regarding the introduction of the capsule. Next, in this types, capsule is hard gelatin capsule and soft gelatin capsule. You can see the picture of this hard and soft gelatin capsule. Hard gelatin capsule must have a body and lower part, and fill your medicament material in the hard shell. And soft gelatin is made from soft gelatin material and is flexible, and it contains medicament inside the soft gelatin capsule. And it is not divided into two parts, body and lower part. So this is two types of the capsule, soft and hard. Now you know about a hard gelatin capsule. What is a hard gelatin capsule and what is a soft gelatin capsule, and the difference between hard and soft gelatin capsule. So in this condition, the hard gelatin capsule consists of a two-piece in the form of cylindrical close at the one end. Already see this image. It's a two-piece, this blue and white one. So this hard gelatin capsule is divided into two parts or two-piece in the form of cylindrical close at the end. And the shorter piece is called as cap, and the cap fits over the open end of longer piece is called as body. Means the upper part is known as cap part, and this is a shortened piece of upper part, and this upper part is known as cap part, and this is small in size, and you compare with body or lower piece or lower part. And these cap easily fit with the lower body part, and this is known as body. This upper part is cap and the lower part is body. And upper part is a small in size, and lower part or body part is a larger size, and cap easily fit with this body part. And next, in this hard gelatin capsule are also known as a dry filled capsule or two-piece capsule. Hard gelatin capsule consists of two parts and known as body, longer part, and capsule cap, the shorter part. And the drug substance plays in the body, and caps are slide over it, hence closing the drug substance. It's similar that your hard gelatin capsule contains two parts, body and cap parts, and it is dry filled material, dry filled medicament. And filling material in a hard gelatin capsule should be always in a dry form, but in your soft gelatin capsule, it may be semi-solid or liquid or solid, depending on the type of formulation. But in your hard gelatin capsule, it should always in a dry form or dry filled capsule of two-piece. Next is part of HGC in the hard gelatin capsule. In this, it's a body, complete long than when we compare with cap part. It's a cap part, and you fit this cap to a body part, and this cap is small in size when we compare with body part. So this is a complete structure or complete diagram of hard gelatin capsule. This one is small body, and this is small cap, and this one is larger body part. You fit this cap into body, and it forms the hard gelatin capsule. And you feel in this capsule hard, not hard, dry formulation or dry product in this hard gelatin capsule. Next is different parts in this capsule shoulder. This is upper one part, and capsule cap. It's a complete capsule cap, and it's a capsule shoulder, and it's a capsule body, and it's an open condition. When we put this cap into the body, it gets closed, and it's a closed condition. Next is advantages of hard gelatin capsule. In this, less compaction, rapid dissolution, and better viability. Means it have a less compact in size or easily compaction formulation, and rapid dissolution is observed by the capsule, and better viability also observed by this capsule. So more dissolution or rapid dissolution or good viability observed by this capsule formulation. Next is less adjustment are required. No more adjustment or adjustment property are required in the capsule. It can easily manufacture. Next is economically is also a good formulation because it's cheap and don't require too much cost. So economic wise, this capsule is also very good formulation. Next in this, mask the unpleasant taste and odor of the drug. This is also used as to improve the taste and odor of the drug because the formulation is filled in the capsule or in the shell, so we don't know that what is taste and what is odor. So it is also used to mask the unpleasant taste as well as odor. Next is smooth, elegant, attractive in appearance. You see the capsule, it is a very smooth in surface and elegance and attractive in nature. So due to this elegance, smooth and attractive in nature, acceptability is also more. Next is easy to swallow, means you can also easily take this type of formulation or swallow by the oral route. It won't show any more problem or more difficulty. So easy to swallow. And in this advantages, next is shell are physiological inert. Means these shell don't show any physiological or any therapeutic effect or toxic effect. This is a very safe when you take this shell or this capsule. So this shell don't affect any toxic effect or any therapeutic effect is also not observed, or any physiological effect is not observed. This should be in a physiologically inert. And next is easy to handle and carry. It is not required to take more precaution or more condition to handle or storage or carry. You can easily handle or carry the capsule when we compare some other formulation. So this capsule is very handy and protect from a direct sunlight or drug from the light. Because your drug is inside the capsule or filled in this cell, so it does not require any protection condition or light protected condition, because your drug is already covered with shell or gelatin shell. So protect from the light and available in variety of a color. According to shell color or according to requirement, you can put this capsule in different color or apply the different color. So there's a large number of color is also available for this capsule, and a variety of colors also available for this capsule. Next is allow the filling of a powder, granules, pellets, beads, semi-solid. Means when you formulate this capsule, it's not necessary that you use only single type of formulation or single dry formulation. You can put any type of formulation in the hard gelatin capsule, because it contains cap and body, and you fill this body with your medicament, and your medicament should be in a powder form or maybe granule form or maybe pellet form or beads or semi-solid. You can any type of formulation used for filling of this capsule body. So no limitation for a specific type of formulation. You can any type of formulation in the capsule. Next is disadvantages of hard gelatin capsule. In this, not useful for hygroscopic and delicacy drug. Means if your drug is a hygroscopic or easily take the moisture or deliquescent in nature, then in this condition you don't formulate your capsule in hard gelatin shell, because there may be chances that your hard gelatin shell or gelatin take the moisture or easily pick the moisture from surrounding and convert it into semi-solid or maybe show a stability problem. So this is drawback or disadvantage, that this hard gelatin capsule is not suitable for hygroscopic as well as this delegation drug substance. Not suitable for rapidly water soluble salt, means it is not also bad or not suitable for those drugs who are water soluble salt form or water soluble in nature. And cell sensitive to moisture. When you expose or store your capsule in a humid condition or moisture condition, so in this condition it may be chances that it can degrade or show some stability problem. So it is very sensitive in moisture. So some precaution is required that your surrounding should be don't have a sufficient, don't have any moisture or humid condition. And next is prevent from microbial growth. If some moisture is uptaken or maybe some stability problem is observed, then in this condition, your capsule can easily take the moisture or take due to this moisture, it easily take the growth of microbial or microbes or some bacteria growth takes place. So it is microbial growth proven. And the next is potential stability problem. Means when we see the stability regarding of this capsule, it also shows some problems, and some stability problem is also observed in hard gelatin capsule. Next is require specialized equipment to manufacture. All type of equipments are not suitable for manufacturing of this hard gelatin capsule. It requires specific or other equipment or specialized equipment for manufacturing of hard gelatin capsule. It requires certain specific equipment for manufacturing, because in this you can say that without proper equipment you don't manufacture the shell or gelatin shell. So there may be different equipment used for manufacturing of this shell or cap and body part. And after this, you fill the formulation this capsule. So specialized equipment are used for this manufacturing of gelatin capsule. These are the size of capsule. This capsule is available in different size, or hard gelatin capsule have a different size according to their name or ml or their size. So in this, these are the type of capsule. 8 type of the capsule are available. A hard gelatin capsule is majorly available in 8 type. This is 000, 00, then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this, we can say this size is just opposite to the numbering. If we select this 5 number, then this 5 number is the very smallest in size compared to all type. because it's a small volume capacity, and this triple size is the largest capacity or largest capsule. So when we see the largest class is 000, then it is decreased and smallest size is 5. And in 000 size, volume is filled in hard gelatin capsule is 1.37 ml and size is 26.3 ml. It's the biggest capsule or largest capsule when we compare with this 8 type. Next, smaller than 000 is 00 size and volume is 0.95 ml is filled. And size in mm is 23.7 is size. And after this 00, there's a smaller size is 0 and volume filled is 0.68 ml and size is 21.8 ml in size. Next, after 0, there's a smaller size is 1 and in 1 volume in ml is 0.50 ml and size is 19.2 ml. And second is size is 2 or capsule name is 2 and volume filled is 0.37 ml and size in mm is 18.3 mm in size. Next capsule smaller than 2 is 3 and in 3 volume filled is 0.30 ml and size is 15.3 mm in size. Next size is 4 and volume filled is 0.21 ml and size in mm is 14.7 ml. And fifth capsule or last smallest size capsule is number 5 or size 5. So it is very small in size, although this above capsule is the smallest in size and volume filled is only 0.15 ml and the size in ml is 11.9 mm in size. So this is the size of the capsule according to their volume or according to their size. It's usually in a level 8 type. And according to size, there is different capacity and different size in M. So this is regarding the size of the capsule, hard gelatin capsule. Next is shape of capsule. According to types or size, these are the shape. If we see the largest capsule, that is more than 2 centimeter, approximately 3 centimeters, 000. It's more broad in shape, then it may be reduced due to the size reduction. Is very small and then again reduce and smallest size is 5 number capsule or size 5 is a very small in size. So this is the shape of the capsule. The largest size of the capsule is number 000. We see this. This is the largest capsule because it's large in size or biggest capsule. And the smallest size is 5. And the standard shape of the capsule is traditional, symmetrical, bullet shape. Means you can say that you just distinguish this capsule in shape and size, but the capsule shape is in traditional form and all are in a similar form. This size and shape then vary, but it all are in a bullet form or symmetrical form. So this is regarding the shape of the capsule. Next is formulation of a hard gelatin capsule. These are the excipients that are used in hard gelatin capsule. And this first major excipient is gelatin. Without this gelatin, the body and cap part is not formed. So this gelatin is the most important excipient in capsule. Next is plasticizer, preservative, colorant, emulsifier, flavor, weighting agent, and demineralized water. These are the excipient or other excipient other than gelatin are used in the hard gelatin capsule. You use all the excipient or maybe some excipient in a combination. So this is selection of excipient is dependent on the type of a formulation. And now we discuss this one by one. First is gelatin. Gelatin is a mixture of fraction of a different molecular weight. Means gelatin have available in different weight or different molecular weight. And the molecular weight is varying from 15,000 to 250,000. When selection of gelatin is depend on formulation, and this gelatin is available in different molecular and weight size. And when we see the molecular weight of gelatin is starting from 15,000 to 250,000 up to. And next is friction of amino acids joined with peptide linkage. Means in this also some amino acids are present, and these amino acid friction is joined with peptide linkage or peptide. And in this made from 18 different amino acids, this gelatin is made from 18 different amino acids, and predominant amino acid is alanine and glycerin. Means you can say that this glycerin is available in various molecular weight and weight range is this, and it contains amino acid or amino acid linkage. And there's 18 amino acids are available, different form, and the more prominent largely used amino acids is like alanine or amino and glycerin is used as amino acids in the gelatin. So this is regarding the gelatin. Next, in the gelatin is prepared by hydrolysis of collagen, often from animal connective tissue, bone, and pork skin. Means this gelatin is mainly prepared or obtained by hydrolysis process, and the hydrolysis of the collagen takes place, and this collagen is mainly taken by the animal connective tissue or bone and pork skin of the animal. And there are two types of gelatin, type A and type B gelatin or hard gelatin. In this acid hydrolysis of pork skin in type A, and B is alkaline hydrolysis of the bone. And this means a type A and type B gelatin both have a hydrolysis process that takes place. And according to type and type B, type A is mainly used for pork skin, and for type B, use hydrolysis of the bone. And in the two type of a gelatin can be distinguished by isoelectric point, as point A is isoelectric point near pH 9, and B is the isoelectric point near 4.7. Means these capsule gelatin is available in two types, type A and type B, and the difference is only just hydrolysis from different parts, and A is pork skin used and B is bone used, and some isoelectric point is also a change for this type A and type B. Type A isoelectric point is 9 and for B is 4.7 or nearby 4.7. So these are the changes for the according to type. Next is why only gelatin is used. In this gelatin is non-toxic, edible, widely used in food stuff. Means it don't have any toxic effect. You can also eat this gelatin or used in food stuffs also, and ready soluble in biological food. When you take the capsule, so your capsule body or gelatin can easily solubilize with your biological fluid or body fluid, and don't show any toxic effect. It easily compatible with your biological food. Next is good, strong, flexible, film-forming material. This is also good material and flexible material, and film forming is also takes place by this gelatin. And gelatin films are homogeneous in structure. That's homogeneous in structure compared to any other form excipient, and non-allergic reaction. No allergic reaction or allergy is observed by using this gelatin, and reversibly change from the solution to gel. If you don't require too much excessive gelatin, or you want to convert into a solution form or in a gel form, so it can easily be changes from solution to gel or gel to solution. So reversible changes is also takes place by gelatin. That's why I use gelatin for this capsule preparation. Next is gelatin type. It is available in two types, pharmacogel A and pharmacogel B gelatin. In the sources of gelatin, collagen often from elemental analysis. If you are say that collagen often from animal bone, then carbon is 50.50% in elemental analysis. Next is hide portion. In this, hydrogen is 6.8%, and frozen pork skin in this nitrogen is 17%. And if we see the connective tissue, then oxygen is 25.2%. These are the sources of a gelatin according to collagen. Next is preparation of a gelatin, how we prepare gelatin or formulation of a gelatin. In this, first you take dry bone, or after taking this dry bone, you treat this with 5% HCl for 10 to 15 days. And it's a bone meal, means after taking this bone, you put in an HCl or 5% HCl solution for 10 to 15 days. Then dicalcium phosphate is added, and with the help of lime, 10% solution, you put again in 4 to 8 weeks. And then lime is removal. After removal, pH adjustment or pH adjustment means first you take the bone or dry bone and put in a 5% HCl, then for 10 to 15 days, then again put in a lime 10% solution for 4 to 8 weeks, then lime is removed, and after removing lime, you adjust the pH according to a requirement, and after pH adjustment, you take water wash or wash this gelatin with water for 10 to 30 hours, or maybe acid removal takes place. And then after water wash, you treat again 10% lime solution for 6 to 12 weeks. Means you again treat this gelatin with lime solution or 10% lime solution for 6 to 12 weeks. Then wash this solution or this gelatin. And after washing, calf skin is used for this. And in this, Means these are the three processes that you use for gelatin preparation. According to these three preparation, you use any one or according to your requirement. So first that you use for this gelatin preparation is dry one. Second is calf skin. Third is pork skin. And different procedure is available for this type. In dry bone, used for 5% HCl, then 10% lime solution, then lime is removed and pH is adjusted. But in case of cargo skin, first you wash the scalp skin and treat it with 10% lime for 6 to 12 weeks. No treatment is required for HCl, and then water wash for 10 to 13 hours. And in case of a pork skin, you wash your pork skin and treat with acid or HCl, 1 to 5% HCl for 10 to 30 hours, and removal of acid takes place. This is regarding the pork skin. So this is a three-step for preparation of gelatin upon dry bone, calf skin, and pork skin. After this three process, you treat this common procedure for all three types. Hot water extraction takes place. Then filter this extract and volume vacuum concentration takes place. Then cool to solid, and then air dry and need to form the gelatin. So this is a procedure for preparation of gelatin. Next is gelatin characteristics. In this type, a gelatin produced by acid hydrolysis is manufactured mainly from a pork skin. Means you may see the previous slide, there's two type A and type B, and type both are prepared by hydrolysis, but A is manufactured or formulated by pork skin, and B gelatin produced by alkaline hydrolysis is manufactured by animal bone. Hence a part of animal is just changed for type A and B. And type A you use pork skin, and type B use animal bone, and both have a hydrolysis process, but in type A, acid hydrolysis takes place, and in type B is alkaline hydrolysis takes place. The two types are differentiated by isoelectric bond is 4.8 to 5, and for type B, and 7 to 9 for type A, it is isoelectric changes for both A and B, and their viscosity, building property, and film forming characteristics also change. Viscosity may vary according to their type, and the film forming characteristics also vary. Next is bone gelatin contributes filmless, whereas pork skin gelatin contributes plasticity, clarity. Means if you are preparing gelatin from bone or from, you can see that the type B of gelatin contributes filmless, and when you prepare with pork skin or type A, then gelatin will have specific plasticity and clarity in the gelatin solution. Next excipient is diluent and filler. In this diluent and filler to produce the proper capsule, fill volume to provide cohesion to the powder. Means you use this diluent or filler when the capsule don't have a sufficient volume to form the capsule, or the required volume is not sufficient. So use this diluent and filler for the capsule film volume, or make up the film volume and provide the cohesion to the powder. And in this filler and diluent mainly used is lactose, microcrystalline cellulose, and starch. These are the excipients used for diluent and filler. Next is disintegrant or disintegrating agents. In this to assist a breakup and distribution of the capsule content. In this pre-gelatinized starch you use, or you use as a pre-gelatinized starch for disintegration, improve the disintegration and breakup of the distribution of capsule content. Next is lubricant or gradient. This is mainly used for improving the flow property or friction of your particles. So then you use lubricant and gradient, and this lubricant and gradient enhance the flow property of the powder mix. Example of this lubricant and gradient is like fumed silicon dioxide. Next is wetting agent. In wetting agent to facilitate wetting of the dry powder, that is surfactant. And surfactant mainly used to reduce the surface tension or wettability of your formulation or dry powder. So you can also use the wetting agent in the capsule or hard gelatin capsule. In wetting agent example is surfactant. Next is certified dyes. These dyes used for your capsule formulation because these are certified by DNC or FDNC. You use any of these dye according to requirement or according to your choice, but these should be an approved dye. In this dye, use of specifier. Example is TiO2 and titanium dioxide. And next is plasticizer. Plasticizer is also used for formulation of hard gelatin capsule. And the example of plasticizer is sorbitol and bleaching. These plasticizer helps to provide the plasticity of the capsule. Next is preservative. Preservative example is propyl and methyl parabenoid. And the sugar also used according to concentration or required concentration. So major preservative is paraffin, that is methyl propyl. And in water content, it is used mainly 12 to 16%, but may be vary depending on the storage condition. Hence, total concentration of water may vary according to requirement or time of the capsule. It is majorly vary from 12 to 16%, and according to storage condition. Next is sulfur dioxide. This sulfur dioxide is used in 15% and prevent the decomposition during manufacturing. This is regarding the excipient. Next is manufacturing of a capsule shell. This is a process how you manufacture the capsule shell or form the hard gelatin capsule shell. This is the steps of manufacturing of hard gelatin capsule shell, and the gelatin is used for manufacturing. This first step is dipping. After dipping, spinning takes place, then drying, then stripping and trimming and joining. And last final stage is polishing. So these are the steps for formation of empty hard gelatin capsule or shell of hard gelatin capsule, including body and cap part. Now we see these steps one by one. This is an instrument for making hard gelatin capsule. In this first is dipping. There's one solution placed in the dipping equipment. Then the shell or the wood is dipped by this solution, and it again spin. After spinning it from the proper shell, and then drying takes place of this hard gelatin shell, and after drying it is ready to remove or strip out, and after the stripping there's cutting takes place. Excessive material is removed by the cutting process, and joining of body and cap part takes place. It's last step for joining. This is the procedure for manufacturing or formulating the hard gelatin capsule shell or cap and body part. Now we discuss them. And this first step is dipping procedure. We see this dipping procedure. Here the solution is present and dipping of moldless. Dipping pair of stainless steel pins are dipped into the dipping solution to simultaneously form the cap and body. Means there is some gelatin solution is present in dipping equipment, and after dipping the stainless steel mold of this shell to the gelatin solution, it forms the cap and body parts, and dipping takes place. And the dipping solution is maintained at the temperature about 50 degrees Celsius in heated and jacketed dipping pan. This temperature you should be maintained or require 50 degrees Celsius temperature in this dipping. Then after dipping, spinning takes place, and spinning the pin are rotated, distribute the gelatin over the pins uniformly and avoid the formation of a bead at the capsule end. Means spinning after this dipping spinning is the next process of spinning takes place. In this, the pin or the capsule pin or mold pin are rotated continuously, and due to this rotation, distribution of the gelatin is uniformly takes place, or pin uniformly dipped, and avoid the formation of weight in the capsule design. So this is a spinning procedure. This what it get dipped, and after dipping of this capsule mold or taking the gelatin, it gets spinning due to this spinning or this rotation. The gelatin uniformly distributed in the cap or this mold, and it forms uniform layer or uniform shell due to this spinning. And then after this spinning, drying is the next process. In this drying, the gelatin is dried by blast of the cool air to form the hard shell, and the pins are removed through a series of air drying clean to remove the water. Means after the spinning, drying takes place, but in drying condition, some precaution are required, and use proper drying condition like cool air used for drying of this capsule, or blast of a cool air to form the hard gelatin cell, or for removing you use the cool air. And in the pins are removed a series of drying clean to remove the water. Means excessive water is removed by this drying process. There is no water or moisture is present in the shell, and drying takes place due to the cold air. And next is stripping. In this stripping, a series of bones jaws strip the cap and body portion of the capsule on the pins. So this is a stripping process. In the stripping, it remove the body parts or cap part or gets stripped out. And in the stripping, rotation is distributed continuously and distributed the gelatin over the pins uniformly and avoid the formation of bead at the capsule end and form the uniform shell. After this First is dipping, then spinning, then drying. Dipping, spinning, drying, and stripping is takes place. And after stripping, there's a trimming and joining is takes place. In diagram, you can see this. Trimming and joining means excessive material is cut out or trimmed out. And after this, joining of a body and cap part is takes place. In this trimming and joining, the strip, cap, and body portion are trimmed to the required length by stationary knives. In some special knife is used for this trimming, and you can say that the stationary knives is used for this trimming. Excessive cap and body part, you remove a portion of the body cap part that trimmed out or removed with the help of the stationary knife. After trimming the right length, the cap and body portion are joined and ejected from the machine. Means after trimming according to after requirement size or required size, you can trim the body and cap part, and after this trimming, cap and body get joined, and the joining of cap and body takes place from machine, or injection is also takes place in this step. Means first to trim or cut the excessive amount of body and cap part, and after this trimming, you maybe join the cap and body part, and ejection of the material. This also takes place with the help of some machines, and this is regarding trimming and joining. So this is complete information regarding the capsule, or we already discussed regarding the capsule information, including the size. So after completing this lecture, you should know about this learning outcomes or basic outcomes. And the outcome first is brief introduction about the hard gelatin capsule. Means definition, introduction, or complete information regarding the hard gelatin capsule. What is the hard gelatin capsule, or how you form this hard gelatin capsule. Next is production of the hard gelatin capsule cell, means how you form the hard gelatin capsule cell, or production procedure for hard gelatin capsule. We already see this procedure in previous slide, and this there's different methods. First is dipping, then spinning, then drying. Is first you dip your capsule with a specific gelatin solution, and after dipping, the spinning is takes place. Due to spinning, your capsule shell or mold form uniform layer or uniform solution get distributed out, and after this spinning, drying is takes place. For drying, use specific cold air, and with the help of this drying, the stripping is takes place, and then cutting and trimming is next step. In this, if there's excessive material or excessive part of this cap and body, then you can remove with the help of this trimming or cutter. And in this, mainly use a stationary knife for this trimming. And after trimming, your cap and body get settle down, or you put the cap and body parts to each other by ejecting the formulation. This takes place on some machines. Next is size of the capsule. In size of the capsule, we see the different size of the capsule according to their diameter or according to volume in ml. So in size of the capsule, there's a different size are available from starting 000 to 5, and this 000 is the largest size according to their volume, because it have a large capacity to fill the material, and smaller size is 5 number capsule because it have a very less capacity for filling. And according to ml and size, we divided this capsule in different categories, different types. Next is excipient used in hard gelatin capsule. We already see different excipient that is used for formulation of hard gelatin capsule, and different out of this excipient, there's a major excipient, or largely or without that excipient, the hard gelatin capsule is not formed as gelatin, because gelatin is a major excipient that is responsible to formation of the shell of the hard gelatin capsule. And this gelatin is available in different form, type A and type B. And both type A and type B is formed from hydrolysis process. And type A use acid hydrolysis, and type B use alkaline hydrolysis, and the isoelectric point is also changed. And the part that is used for this hydrolysis or formulation type A is also changed. Both are formed with the help of animal connective tissue and bone and pork skin. And in this formulation of hard gelatin capsule, how you formulate this hard gelatin capsule or procedure, other than this gelatin, there's different excipient we also use. If you are using some dyes, and this you use only FD, C and FND approved color, and then plasticizer is also used for this capsule. Next is filler and diamond. If there's a sufficient weight is not formed or your capsule don't have sufficient weight, then you use this filler and diluent to make up the specific volume. This is about the learning outcomes of this topic. After this learning outcome, there's a reference part. In reference part, first is Ansel Pharmaceutical Dosage Form, Drug Delivery System, 8th edition by Lois V. Allen Nicholas, G. Popovich, Harvard, C. Ansel, published by B.I. Publication, PVT Limited. The next reference is Textbook of Physical Pharmaceutics by C.V.S. Subramanian, published by Balla Prakashan. Next, third reference is the Theory and Practice of Industrial Pharmacy by Leon and Beckman, Herberts, Lieberman, Joseph, Elkin, third edition, published by Legacy Publishing House. Next reference is Martin, Physical Pharmacy, Pharmaceutical Science, fifth edition by Patrick J. Simcoe, published by Lipperport, William and Wilkin. These are the reference for this topic or for hard gelatin capsule, including introduction types and different gelatin material. Then next is question part. After completing this topic, you should know about what is a hard gelatin capsule, definition, size, shape, and how you manufacture this hard gelatin capsule. So when you know the complete knowledge or complete introduction regarding this chapter, then you easily answer this question. These questions are very simple and related to this topic. In this first question, the ring bonds are used for the preparation of a gelatin type A. In this, we already see the different gelatin type A and type B and C, and you answer the question out of this ABCD option. Out of this ABCD, you select any one correct option. In this, which type of gelatin is formed by ring bonds, and in this A option is type A, B is type B, and C is type C, and D is type A and B, both type of the gelatin. And in next second question, gelatin and glycerin are used for preparation of lamellae in a specified ratio. Identify the correct ratio. Means both gelatin and glycerin are used for preparation of lamellae, and there is a one ratio which is specified for formulation of this lamellae. And according to this concentration, you can select any one correct ratio. In this ratio, first option A is 1:1 ratio, second is 5:1 ratio, and C option is 9:1 ratio. And 10th option is 10:1 ratio. This is the second question. Now in third question, the 000 size capsule can fill the volume of. In this, we already discussed the different size of capsule, including 000 to 5. And according to this type or size of the capsule, we also discuss about different capacity according to ml and diameter of that particular capsule. So if you know about this size of the capsule with the volume, so then you can easily answer this question out of this 4 ABCD option. You can select any one correct option. In the option or answer part, A option is 1.36 ml, B is 0.13 ml, and C option is 0.96 ml, and D option is 0.25 ml. These are the 4 options for 000 size capsule. Next, fourth question is capsule shell are made from. We already covered the how capsule shell form and how the capsule shell is containing different parts and which are the excipient used and how you form this capsule shell for hard gelatin capsule. So out of this option or out of this ABCD option, you can select any one correct option which is suitable for capsule shell or how you make this capsule shell made up of it. In this, A option is EC is ethyl cellulose, and B option is sugar, C option is gelatin, and D option is shellac. These are the 4 excipient or 4 material that you use for formation of a shell or capsule or hard gelatin capsule shell. So out of this 4 option or ABCD option, you can select any one correct option which gives the proper information regarding the shell of this hard gelatin capsule. Next, fifth question, in this vegetable capsule shall be prepared with, means if you are not using some animal material or any other material, then how you prepare the vegetable cell. In this vegetable cell, which material or which excipient is more important and used for the manufacturing of this vegetable capsule. In this, there's a 4 option, A, B, C, D. And out of this 4 option, you can select any one correct option for manufacturing of vegetable capsule shell. And the vegetable capsule cell, which material used? In A option is gelatin, B option is chitosan, and in C option HPMC, that is hydroxypropyl methyl cellulose, and this none of the ones. There's no correct option from A, B, C option, none of the above. So out of this, you can select any one correct answer. Next, sixth question. In sixth question, gelatin is So in this, you know about the gelatin and the description of the gelatin. So in option part for gelatin, A is the fat, B is protein, C is carbohydrate, and D is none of the above. These are the four options regarding the gelatin. You can select any one correct option which is appropriate for gelatin. So what is gelatin? You select on this ABCD option: fat, protein, carbohydrate, or none of the above. Next is seventh question. In seventh question, smallest size of the capsule it is represented by number. This is also, you know, the correct answer because we already discussed that different types of the capsule according to ml or the diameter starting from 000 to 1. So out of this type of the capsule, you can select any one correct size, which is smallest in size, and A option is 0, B is 3, and C is 1, and D is 5. This is the type or size of the capsule. And next eighth question, the following steps involved in hard gelatin capsule shell production. So these are the steps that helps to form the hard gelatin capsule. So we already discussed this procedure or steps involved in formation of hard gelatin capsule. If you know this procedure or different steps that helps in formation of hard gelatin capsule, then you easily answer this question. In this, A option is dipping, B option is spinning, C option is trimming, and D option is all of the above. Means all the above ABCD options are correct, or these all ABCD steps are involved for formation of hard gelatin capsule. Next, in ninth question, capsule are A option is unit dosage form, B option is solid dosage form, C is compatible with liquid filling, and D option all of the above. In this, it's a definition and introduction part of the capsule. Out of this four option, ABCD option, you select any one correct option which is appropriate for capsule or introduction of the capsule, including definition between unit dosage form or solid dosage form or compatible with liquid filling, or all the ABC option are correct or both the above are correct. Next, in last 10th question, capsule shell can be made from, means how capsule shell are formed or which material or excipient is used for capsule shell formation. These are the excipient that helps to form the capsule shell. Or you can select any one correct option which is suitable for manufacturing or formation of the capsule shell. So in this option, A option is gelatin, B option is PVA, polyvinyl acrylate, and C option is keratin, D option is all of the above. These are the four options. Out of this four option, I will say option. There's one correct option which is useful in capsule shell formation, or which is majorly responsible of the main part excipient of the capsule shell formation. And this gelatin, PVA, that is polyvinyl acrylate, keratin, and all of the above, that is ABCD option. Not each ABC option, all are correct. So in this, out of this four option, you can select any one correct option which appropriate for the capsule shell formation. So this is all regarding the question of the capsule over this topic. After completing this topic, you can easily this answer because these are very simple questions or completely related to this capsule part of the introduction of formation of capsule shell or some introduction part of the hard gelatin capsule. So this is all of the question which is based on this lecture or today's lecture. So thank you so much for watching and listening this video. Thank you so much, everyone.